Hello, everyone. Welcome to your Fast Five weekly email. For those who I don't know, my name is Tim Roberts, U.S. National Director, and just completed my onboarding last week and excited to officially begin in this new role for me. I wanted to send the video just to talk about the time of year we're in. We have the Rise to the Top challenge going on, the second phase. So we had our top 20 regions announced at the end of last week who are moving on to phase two and now compete for this amazing trip immediately following our U.S. National Conference in April, early May. I think the trip is actually in early May. But also just the opportunity that lies in front of all of us because of the time of year. I don't know about you, but if you go back, and I know in my regions, historically this is an amazing time of year for us when it comes to growth. I honestly think it's probably the second best time of year for growth in chapters, right? I think spring, around when we traditionally look at membership extravaganza, is the first real time of year, especially for a lot of regions around the U.S. who are coming out of bad weather. The weather's becoming nicer. People are getting out and becoming more active again. I think that's the first time. And the second time is right now because kids are back in school. They've been back in school. They're back into their routines. We've completed leadership team training. So the chaos of that is now over, but we also now have the excitement of new leadership teams in place. And it's a time that we can really see some significant growth to end the year in our regions, but only if we really capture and focus on it. I think oftentimes we get excited about new leadership teams and they get excited and can make us busy, but not necessarily always effective. And we really tend to rely a lot on the chapters to do these things. And so I wanted to challenge everybody to really look at the last quarter or less than that we have left and ask yourself, where can you prioritize and how can you capture this opportunity that exists now where people, again, are back to work, they're back in the schedule, we're before the holidays, which is a big part, right? For a lot of regions, we're going to lose momentum when it comes up to the holidays, even though Christmas and New Year's are on a Monday, so we shouldn't lose too many meetings, but we have the holidays, we have bad weather coming soon. We need to capture this opportunity right now. So I challenge all of you to look at how can you do that? How many visitor days can we get scheduled and growth programs can we get scheduled? How do we capture that excitement that exists at the chapters before we could potentially lose it with the holidays and everything else going on? And my team just shared an amazing video with me that I love. It showed a quick example on talking about how when we get really busy and there's a lot of priorities, it can actually make us ineffective. It's called the lion syndrome. And the question that they pose is, how can a small human being, hold back a massive lion that could easily just jump on the human and kill the human if it wanted to? In a circus, they can hold them back with nothing but a bar stool and a little whip. And what they talk about is because when they use the bar stool, if you think of a lion tamer, and they use the bar stool, they put the legs out. And what happens is the lion doesn't see a single bar stool at that point. It sees 4 threats. And when it sees 4 threats, it becomes overwhelmed by the number of threats and thus becomes docile and submits. And it's a great analogy for what happens to us when it comes to our businesses. We get so many priorities or things that look like priorities coming at us, so many obligations that we can become docile, we can submit when we get paralysis through the analysis of everything we could be doing. So I challenge you to laser focus. Think about right now is the most opportune time of the year to grow. So how do we capture that opportunity? What is it that we need to do now to take advantage of that and see a great end of 2017 for our regions? Keep in mind, part of it's messaging to your members as well. Teaching your members that the activities that they do now, the growth that they put in now is what's going to build the foundation for their success next year. I think a lot of chapters believe, and should rightfully so, that the key success for next year is to keep the members they have and to increase the value of each seat, how much money each member is making. Well, for a lot of that, that's going to require growth to balance out, growth to create equal opportunity of success for every member. Growth becomes the tool for the success they really want to achieve next year. So why wait until next year to accomplish those goals or start working towards them? Use the couple months they have now to build the foundation that will lead to 2018 being more successful for them. And it's the same thing for all of us. I know I'm excited to see the Rise to the Top second part challenge come in the next 6 weeks. I know I have 2 regions in the running and fully intend on having those finish near the top. So I challenge everybody else to do the same that's in there. But for anybody, even if you didn't make the top 20, that does not mean we can't capture this amazing opportunity and really start building some momentum in this country and in our regions to make sure that next year is even more successful. I'm available to any executive director if I can help, be of support. Do not hesitate to reach out now. My little bubble from onboarding is officially popped, so I'm here to serve all of you and be of help in any way. Have a fantastic week.